Good morning, what's going on? This is SAMOKFIT, checking in with you guys. You guys are doing well, doing terrific, and we are back with another video. It is the last day of 2022, and I cannot think of a better way to end 2022 other than doing a 17-mile run. So we are currently at our running location, our starting point, and the weather right now is 35 degrees. I'm not wearing any gloves, still kind of cold, but I'd rather run in this 35-degree weather than -10 that I ran last week, or the 10 miles that I did on the treadmill. So in case you're new to the channel, just click on this video for the first time. I am currently training for Boston Marathon, which is going to be in 2023, and we're about 40-something days out right now. I am a 222-pound bodybuilder trying to train for a marathon, and it hasn't been easy. My running journey started about 2 years ago, and I've made a lot of mistakes along the line. I'm hoping I can share some of those mistakes with you guys. So if you have a running goal in 2023, you can click onto this video, or can use this video as a resource so you can actually start better than I started, because I have definitely made a lot of these mistakes I'm about to share with you guys. So let me just get the first running mistakes out of the way right now. The first thing a lot of you guys want to do, because if you see this video, you see other people that are running, like, man, I want to do a running challenge for myself this coming year. The first mistake a lot of people do, including myself, is comparing my starting point to another person's like 10-year experience of running. Somebody doing like a 6-minute mile, 8-minute mile, and my first time running, I'm like, oh, I have a higher expectation for myself, and when I don't meet that expectation, I feel kind of like, man, this sucks. I don't want to do this again. So one, give yourself grace, and two, do not compare your day one to somebody else's day 6,000 and something. Comparison is a thief of joy. Do not compare yourself to somebody else that's been doing it for a while. You are just getting started on your journey, so start at your own pace, run it at your own pace. So speaking of pace, running at your own pace. When I first started running, it hurt. That's just the reality of it. You're trying to do something you're not used to doing. 222 pound dude running, that hurts. So because it hurts, mentally you want to like, oh yeah, I just want to get this shit over with. I want to run as fast as possible, and that is the biggest mistake right there. You do not want to do that. If you need to run and stop, and just to cover like a mile, that's what you should do. You should not speed up just to get the run over with, because what you are gonna do is, one, possibly get yourself hurt, and two, you just build too much lactic acid that you probably not want to run again. And this is where the correlation of running and strength training actually aligns well together. When you first start your fitness journey, your strength training journey, when you get to the gym, you don't want to go balls to the wall the first time. In anything you're doing, you want to slow your pace down. So what's a good pace for beginner running? A good pace to start with is a pace where you can have a conversation with somebody next to you. 80% of your run should be in zone 2, and the way to figure that out, like I said, is just by running at a pace you can have a conversation. Advice that I've gotten from people like Nick Bear and other people that I follow that run is run your easy runs easy and run your hard runs hard. A lot of mistakes a lot of people make, beginner people are making. When you have an easy run, you want to go balls to the wall, a mile or 2 mile when it's supposed to be zone 2 conversational pace. You just want to get over with, full send, and expect yourself to get faster. If you want to get fast, you got to go slow. I know it sounds counterproductive. That is how you build running fitness. One last tip I'm going to share with you guys before I get my running going, because you guys know me so well. I stall on these long runs just because it's not easy for me, and that tip is warming up properly. I know, again, that cross-pollination of running, that cross-pollination of strength training and running. If you want to have a good strength training session, you want to make sure you invest a lot of time into your warming up properly. I mean, more so, I would say strength training, you probably can get away with it, but running, you cannot get away with proper warm-up and proper cool-down. You might get away with it with strength training, but running, no, sir. You gotta pay attention to that, especially if you are a big dude like me. Without further ado, let's get the 17-mile run. Wish you luck. We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go. Alrighty, we just finished the run. Unfortunately, we're not able to finish 16.5 miles. We finished 14.73 miles just because my left knee started to like flare up a little bit. So I decided to cap the run you know, save ourselves from wrecking ourselves so we can come back stronger next week. A lot of times a lot of people are going to be bummed about this, but I'm not bummed at all. I'm grateful. Like I said, it's the last run of 2023, and there used to be a time where I was crushing 18 miles, 19 miles, and all of a sudden my knee was bugging the shit out of me, and I was not able to even run half a mile. So the fact that I'm still able to run and crush 14.73 miles instead of doing 18 miles, so instead of doing 16.5 miles, I'm not bummed. I think I figured out some issues there. Again, like I said earlier, if you are choosing to run or running as a goal in 2023, the gods of run, they are not fair at all. Sometimes you're gonna be having a great run one day, and you repeat the exact same thing the next time, and that run could be catastrophic. But again, that's one thing I love about this process, because you're always trying to figure this shit out. So anyways, we are gonna go home right now, shower up, and I'll be sharing the next 3 major tips that you should be considering if you are choosing to start running in 2023. So that is the new running shoes that I got in today, which leads me to the next point: running gear. A lot of mistakes that a lot of people typically make choosing the wrong running gear. Use myself as an example. When I first started running in the Saucony Endorphin Speeds. They are great shoes, but for my feet, it is not the greatest shoes for me, because I have wide feet and Saucony shoes are typically narrow. I still went ahead and I trained for a half marathon, and I finished the half marathon in it, and I started developing some foot problems. What I should have done is go to a running store, get my gait checked, and let the professionals recommend a good running shoes that's good, that actually will be tailored to my running style, my running feet, my running cadence, and things like that. The last running tip that might sound very obvious, but I feel it's needed to be talked about, is nutrition. Pre-run nutrition is very crucial. It's very important. Just like strength training, if you're not having a proper nutrition, you are going to have a crappy workout. But with strength training, you might be able to get away with that. But running, you are not going to get away with that. So making sure you have, like, you know, multiple transportable carbs. Make sure you complex carbs, meaning like bread, pasta, you know, and your simple carbs like fruits, honey, mixed together to have that available for you to actually perform to your ability. Add some fats in there also when you go for a run. It's definitely recommended. What I typically like to do before long runs, I have, again, my sourdough bread, my peanut butter, some sea salt, some banana on top of that, and I wash that down with my G1M Sport, which is a already available carbs for me to fuel my running, and I run with some of the gels that I use for every 3 miles or so of my long run. It don't sound like something that you should be doing, but trust me, I made that mistake. I'm like, I'm just gonna go casually, just go for a run, and I'll be good, and just to bunk out and have that, you know, and be defeated. I'm like, man, I wanted to have a good run. So nutrition is very important. Pre-run nutrition is very important, and post-run nutrition is very important, so you can start a recovery process. Again, remember, you train hard and you recover harder. That is one of the things that will keep you running for the rest of your running career, limited injuries. So that is the video for you guys. If you guys enjoy the tips that I share with you guys, if you guys have any other tips that you've tried that's helped you on your running journey, make sure you drop that in the comment below and let me know, so people that are watching this video, they can read the comments. Also, they can learn a thing or two that I'm not mentioning on this video. This is SAMOKFIT for SAMOKFIT, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.